In this video, I'll be showing you how to look at the auction report, which is a page that will show you in quite brief and detailed summaries all the various reports you want to see at the end of an auction. So I'm going to open up a auction that's already been closed and the payments have been settled. And when you're on the edit auction page, like I am now, at the top, at the kind of edit bar, near the end, there's a reports button. Just hover your mouse over that, and then the first on the list is the auction report. Go ahead and click on that, and I'll walk you through this. So the first thing is you have a few options at the top to hide some totals that I'll be walking you through down below. But first of all, I want to show you that you can download a couple of reports from this view. The first being the auction report, which I have here. So when you download that, you'll actually get a breakdown of all the lots, the items, the amounts they sold for, tax rate, and then as well as the bid information, so the username, who bought it, the phone number, and then you'll have some subtotals, premiums, tax breakdowns, and the totals. And then the last thing you'll see is a balance due. Luckily on this auction, looks like everything's been paid for. So there you go, that's the first thing you can look at. The second thing is the consignor auction section of the report, which is this one right here. And much like the other one, it'll show the lot, the title information, the commission amount for the consignor, the amount it's sold for, the amount owed, and then the invoice status, as well as a total breakdown at the bottom. In this case, it looks like the commission amount was 0, so again, very lucky on this auction. So it might be different for you, but there you go, just quick little breakdowns. And then the last one is the seller section, which I haven't downloaded yet. And again, like the other ones, it'll just show if there's any sellers on any items, the title, the amount it's sold for, and then the invoice status. You can also jump down to the summary by clicking on this button here, which is this, which I'll be showing you now in a second. And then the last thing is you can print the auction report by clicking on this button, and it'll break down all the information in print view, and you can of course save or print to whatever device you have connected. Now anyway, let's go into the report itself. So the first thing is an invoice breakdown. And to show this, you just hover your mouse over where it says show on blue, click on that, and what you'll have is every invoice on the auction with a very kind of brief breakdown showing you the invoice number, the lot number, as well as a little brief description, and then the bid amount it's sold for and the bidder. And then a subtotal, and then you have your standard total breakdown of the price, all that kind of information. And this is where the first button on the options menu comes in, and it's the hide total. So if you want to have an even more of the totals, you just click on hide totals, and it'll just show you the invoice number and lot information, like so. You can also mark these items as picked up by clicking on the box here, taking whether you want to, you can pick up either, or pardon me, you can either mark the entire invoice as picked up just by clicking it on the blue banner, or you can choose to mark individual invoices on an invoice, or you can mark all as picked up by clicking on that button. You can mark them all as picked up. Next up is the summary. Again, click on show to show that information, and what you'll have is a breakdown of the auction sales totals at the top, showing you the premium amount, tax amount, and then payment totals as well. It'll then show you lots that don't have any bids on them, and then the last thing it'll show you is invoices with no tax, which again in this case is quite a substantial number. Pretty simple view. And then the next thing is the consignors for this auction. In this case there's only one, and it'll just show you their information and amounts total paid and total owed. And then there's also a quick view here. You can edit the commission if you want to on the auction. Let's do 12%, why not? That'll update all the information. As you can see, now the number is changed and updated properly. You can also hide the details, which is the lots that are sold from the consignor. And then you can also, again, mark them all as paid by clicking on this button here. Next up is the default seller lots. Very similar to the last view in the consigner, it will just show you basically the breakdown of the seller information and the lots. And then the last thing is the payments from this auction. Another summary showing you all the invoices, all the amounts, who paid for it, and what mode. So in this case, I paid for everything using the swipe credit cards, but it'll show obviously if the bidder paid for it through their account, it'll show their name, and then if they pay by credit card or if they came in and paid by cash, obviously that'll be reflected here. So that's it for this video. I think this is a really cool way to access really important information from an auction in just one page. You can pretty much see anything that you want to see at a glance. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope this was helpful.